The WHO identifies UV-emitting tanning devices as a Group 1 carcinogen, similar to tobacco and asbestos. The International Agency for Research on Cancer cites that use of tanning beds before the age of 30 increases the risk of melanoma by 75%.
Skin cancer is the most common of all cancers. Each year, there are more than 1 million new skin cancers diagnosed in the United States alone, and the incidence is increasing by 5% each year. UV radiation, including tanning beds, is the leading risk factor for the development of skin cancer. We know that indoor tanning can also lead to premature skin aging, cataracts, and ocular melanoma. On average, there are 42 tanning salons per city. It seems like there's practically one on every corner. They're just available sometimes 24 hours a day. And these tanning beds are used by over 2 million teens in the United States each year.
People our age tend to underestimate the damage tanning does and think it couldn't possibly happen to them. But with frequent tanners, it's very likely. I believe everyone looks beautiful the way they are and don't need tanned skin to look more beautiful, and that the glow of a person comes from inside and not from a tanning bed or the UV rays being poured upon them.
I was diagnosed with melanoma a little less than 2 years ago at the age of 25, and my message is twofold. One is to teens about the dangers of tanning and sun exposure in general, and another one is to our legislators about this bill that's under consideration. So my story is I tanned every day from the age of 16 to maybe about 17 and a half. I was really into lifting weights, and it was cool to have big muscles and have them be really tan. 20 minutes, the maximum that tanning booths would allow. I actually specifically remember being in the tanning salon and seeing the pamphlets about skin cancer. And I looked at it one time and I was just like, I don't know, this can't be real, or this will never happen to me. I'm young, I'm invincible. And one of the really important points about, I think, parental consent is that when I was 16, I could drive, and my parents didn't really know what I was doing. They didn't know the extent of it. Maybe they thought I went tanning once in a while, but they didn't know that I went the full amount every single day, that I was just blasting my body with radiation. I think the message to teens is, to be smart about it, to know that this is real. Going tanning really can give you melanoma. I mean, it happened to me, and even just sun exposure in general. Wear sunscreen, try to stay out of the sun. When it's at its hottest, wear clothing. I brought my goofy hat here. So I do construction sometimes, and before I'd be out there without my shirt on, and now this is what I wear. It covers up my head, it covers up everything, and it looks ridiculous, right? And construction guys will say, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing?" And I'll initially say, "Oh, I just want to stay out of the sun," And then they'll say, "Oh, the sun's good for you," and I'll be like, "Oh, really? You know what I mean? Let me tell you a story. Like, look at this scar that I have on my neck." And people get silent pretty quick after that. So who cares if you look stupid? You know what I mean? I'm out doing my job. It doesn't really matter. I wasn't capable of making, I think, a rational decision. Not to say that you're 17 and, you can't make rational decisions. You know what I mean? You're almost becoming an adult. But I think that protection is necessary. I don't think my parents had enough control over me, had enough access to me to prevent me from doing it. And I definitely support banning it until the age of 18.